Collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Leave the rest for the best. No bother stress. We're going to clear out the air to block your ears. It might be loud. I don't care. We need to clear the energy. So 1, 2, 3. And again. And one more time. There you go. Don't know what's going on, but no woman no cry. That's all I had in my head. No woman no cry. So you don't be crying. Somebody's crying. You might not be crying. But just remember, when you used to say all those things, what you've learned, the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding to overstand situations, people, places and things. You know where you're coming from. You know the things that you went through. But you don't cry. You just keep going. See what the angel message is. So the message from the angels is energy work. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. So you're using your energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field. So don't cry, because when you're crying, the spirit guides, the ancestors can hear your cry. The Most High hears your cry. So they're coming and they're comforting you. They see you in your energy field. You could be comforting and sending your love and your energy to those who be crying out and needing this help at this specific moment in time, because we'll positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and your heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and claim one's clients. So you could be giving it to your loved ones, clients, those people that you work with. It's time to go. So you may need to be able to work, give somebody help, support. Say no woman no cry. You're helping somebody, you're supporting somebody. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the adventure of your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will always rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning. So you don't need to cry. So that's why they're telling you, don't cry. You're going to get through this. Everything's going to be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Said no woman no cry. So don't cry. We are with you through each phase of the cycle. So your divine, your ancestors, the Most High God, your spiritual guides are telling you, don't cry. Remember who you are. Recognize who you are. Somebody may need to reconsider yourself, the treatment, the things that you was doing. Now is not the time. It could not be the time, but then it could be the time for you to go and to sort yourself out. It's not the time to hold on no things. It's not the time to be crying. Get out of the past. Let go of the hurt, the pain, the heartache, and any suffering that you be feeling. Spiritual evolution. So it's time to grow and set your heart free. No woman, no cry. Let go of that. Somebody could be taking action and stability to gain success and regeneration. You could be taking access, success, and regaining yourself. Somebody could want to be able to merge with you and come and connect with you. You could be merging and connecting to the divine and getting that intimacy within yourself to be able to speak and be fresh, having that true divine connection and that inner stand to overstand, or to be able to rebirth. Somebody could be wanting to become and having intimacy with you, to rebirth a new relationship alongside you. They could be wanting to have shared finances and emerge, or they could be looking at certain assets and loans. You could be having time to connect with somebody and say don't cry. They're coming in to help you and support you and assist you, enable you on this path. They could be looking at the health and fitness. You could be looking at the analytical approaches and the nature, and looking at yourself and the abilities to be able to organize yourself and have that sense of usefulness. So you could have that energy to be able to build yourself up at this specific time, game in harmony. You could be having that energy work to work with communities, work with other people, corporations. That celestial keeper. Timing is critical. So timing could be critical at this specific moment within inside of you. People could be having to take their time to make these positive changes. You could be having to take your time to make these positive changes. Stop crying. Letting go of certain people, places and things from your past to be able to gain that freedom. So you could be letting go, freeing yourself to the divine, to set your heart free, to let yourself know all these people from your past. Some people may be sad. Some people may be having to let go, but you're doing it within your heart. You're moving within your heart chakra, because those people are vary. They're not got that potential. You're just letting yourself go, lighting your plant, burning your trees. You've got that family. This could be setting let family go. This person could be looking and freeing their heart. You could be freeing your heart, releasing self from family. and situations. You could be getting the freedom and identifying, right, I've had to move away due to the fact that somebody else has got another family, or that family, certain family members are sad. Even the spiritual guides are sad. They're looking and they're identifying their self. You could be looking and your spiritual guides could be seeing that you're sad. This could be your spiritual guides, your family, your ancestors that were guiding, protecting you to set your heart free on this spiritual journey. So whenever you make this change, somebody could be looking free, looking at their family, setting their self free from a family, a relationship, to be able to come towards you to make this positive change, to have this connection with you, Numa, Nama. So they're coming to identify. You may need to let go, they may need to let go, and not cry, and dance for the portal. So you could be letting go and dancing for the portal, saying, no woman, no cry. You've heard about these situations. You're looking at the creations and the manifestations of what people have been creating and manifesting. So you may need to let go of certain people, gaining your freedom. Don't know what you're getting your freedom from. You could be getting the freedom to gain the knowledge that, oh gosh, that is way too many, but we'll take this one. Because you're a starseed, so you know you're gaining your freedom, you're connecting to the divine, you're looking at the certain things, you're having compassion within yourself, you're using your intuitions, because you're that starseed, you are that true divine feminine, you're connected to the universe, you're moving within your heart, you're being creative at this specific moment in time to be able to keep on moving forward. What's this family? Community. So they could be getting freedom from this family, the community that they're within. They're looking at these positive changes. They could see that you're a starseed. They could see that they are hood love and been good, messing about with community. This starseed could see that you're a starseed and hood love. You're showing hood love to your community. And karma's taking place. So this could be saying someone is gaining freedom. They're looking at the family. They're looking at the changes that they need to make to be able to let go of certain situations, people, places and things, because they've identified they're a starseed. You're a starseed. You've had to gain your freedom. You've had to look at the family members and the people and the places and the situations and things, make positive changes, let go of them, to be your own true starseed, to be able to work with communities. You looking at those communities, you're looking at the karma that's being taken place, because the Most High God and the spiritual guides and the ancestors have guided it. You had to let go. They're coming to let go to have a union with you. So somebody could be letting go of family, making positive changes to gain freedom. They can see that you're a starseed, you're just free, you're out there working with community, and they could be gaining families and thinking, oh my gosh, how can I move? They could be looking at you and want to have a family with you and want to come and communicate and have good understanding, work with you, because they're saying, hood love, let's make these changes. Karma's taking place. I'm just letting go of certain things so I can come and have a union with you, so it can be pure and move with a heart. I'm just trying to be creative, and I'm coming to offer, because they see that the Green Reaper was offering certain things. They could be coming towards to offer you. They're trying to offer you some balance, but at the same time they're still not balance their self. They could be going through their death and transformations, but they're wanting to be able to come and offer you something with love. They could be offering you food. They could be trying to be creative. They could be trying to offer you a cup of love at the same time. So just be wary, because this person may not be fully healed. So you just look at yourself and stay in your true divine essence, because you'll be able to identify these people, places and things. You just listen to the spiritual guides, because you get your downloads. You're connected. You've got your third eye activated. Your crown chakra's open. So you're just moving with love. So you know how to be able to move forward and listen, because justice will be able to take place. And it's chant. You're just listening. They're praying. They could be praying. You could be praying. They could be looking at the things. You could be telling them, I've had to just move on, keep on moving forward. I looked at the family life, it changes. I've seen that these people, places, situations wasn't enabling me, and the things that I didn't want to do, and I've had to do the things. What are the things what you don't want to do? Ooh. It says, I've got superpowers. So you know you've got superpowers. You're in that, you don't care. You know you've got your superpowers. So you're connected to that divine. You're just continuously moving forward, and you're gaining freedom. So I don't care. I can only count on myself. So this person saying, you're saying, I've got my superpowers. I don't care. I can only count on myself. You're not trusting in family members, because they're not even interested within you. And let's be crazy. So you're taking that change, saying, let's be crazy. You're just thinking, let go. I stand up for myself. So you've had to let go and stand up for yourself. And it's that star seed, because it's your turn. Turn your tongue 7 times in your mouth before speaking. So you know you have to look at this person and think, yeah, right, come do it, because I'm that star seed. Turn your mouth 7 times before you start speaking, or before the coffee goes in your face, because you're a community hood love, and you're telling them no. So you could be telling this community hood love, no, sorry doc, we're not doing that. Karma's having to take place at this specific moment in time. Get over it. So you know karma's took place. You're telling them to get over it. and they're coming in to be able to want a union, but you're letting them know, I'm not okay. And you're letting them know, don't push me, because they could have pushed you. So you know you're looking for justice. You're telling them, do not push me, because my ancestors and my spiritual guides are out here on this team. They ain't playing for you. They ain't playing with you. They ain't playing. They got my back fully 100, because you've got your own superpowers. You trusting in the divine. The divine's got your back. The spiritual teams have got you. Wow, that's flipping loads. Let's see what it says. It says righteousness, because you're moving within the righteousness. You're at that majestic side. You're connected to the divine. You're seeing all those snakes that are around you. You've identified those snakes. You've got your third eye activation. You move with love. You've got your own skills. You had your own abilities, so you counted on yourself. You build it up yourself. You had that harmony. You know how to work with communities, corporations. They could have been working with communities and corporations, feeling that they was doing rightfulness. But you just gain your fruitfulness, because you gain that knowledge, them skills, that understanding to overstand, moving with your heart. You take action. You speak with love. You speak life. You're pure. You're pure and conscious, and you're fully connected to the divine, because you've got that full-on wisdom. You know better to do better, and you preserve it. So you preserve yourself. So you're preserving your thoughts, your feelings. No woman, no cry. And your fruitfulness, so you're creating yourself. You're that Oman Ra. You've got that divine spirit of creation. You're well connected to the divine, and you're just like her, exploring stuff, because you had to go to Neff and look at your perseverance. You had to go through that strength. You have to ask God for that strength, the stability to keep on moving forward from these people. Let go, stop crying, gain your wisdom to get that understanding, because you have got that intelligence. You're just fully connected. You've got that balance. You're that womb. You've got that pure, true, divine essence, because you're fully connected to the divine. Your spiritual guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels are guiding you, protecting you on this path. These people are coming back to speak to you. They know it's not okay, but they're coming. Don't feel guilty that you have life that was denied to me. Heaven is truly beautiful. So your angels are telling you, don't worry about it, I've got your back. Heaven's truly beautiful. We're coming, you're still doing it, you're still moving on this path. And no matter what has happened to me on my journey, I was divinely supported through it. And still am. So you're reminding yourself, no matter what happens to you on this journey, you're divinely supported. You're still getting through this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding to overstand. Even when people was causing conflicts, instability, causing you stress, you had to go to Jera. The results of an early efforts are realized at a time of peace and happiness. Fruitful season. It can break through the stagnancies, hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. So you've gone to your creation, you got to the Most High God, you got your hopes of peace and prosperity. It's coming towards you. You had to gain that knowledge. You looked at the things from the past results to be able to keep on moving forward, because you was in manners, and that was self and the individual, or the human race. So you looked at yourself, the individuals, the human race, everybody around you, your attitude towards others. You've had to identify that, and the attitudes towards you. So it's like no woman, no cry. You had to be your own friend. You looked at the friends, your families, the enemies, and the social orders that was taking place. You had to turn, and you had to tell them, turn your tongue in your mouth 7 times because you're chatting inch. And you had to move away from these people, these individuals, because it was the strength, and you had to gain your strength. And you had to rely on yourself. You had to find that dependability towards yourself. No woman, no cry. So you had to get that trustworthiness, that enlightenment, because that was endurance, and that was defense of your own protection. So you had to let go of these people, because it wasn't okay. It was a challenge on frustration. It was psychological. They put blocks in your way. They could have tried to make you look at your thoughts or the activity, including your creative and your grievance. So they could have caused grievance, so it wasn't okay for you. They was doing all these things, made you feel a heartache, upset. You had to look at your mysteries. You had to look at your story. You had to unlock the keys. You had to look at why, when's, where's, what's, who's. See what else, in order to get in your transformation. So transformation is brewing. Embrace change and harness its magic. So you had to look at the transformation. Use your intuitions and your power of the feminine divine trust in your guidance. So you had to gain for these dividends, because now you're looking and you seeing the things that was in place and the visions that you had to look at and gain that understanding. You had to look within for the answers, because it's inner wisdom, and your inner vision holds profound insight. So you could see, you could know that who these people were. You identified, you recognized. You had to look at the results from the early and the past efforts, from your stories. You had to unlock those ancient secrets and the past holds keys to your future. So these divine feminines, masculines, family members, as well as friends, they hold very significance towards your future. They was blocking and locking your way. They made it difficult situations to make it not come. So what's the vision? What is the vision? So the vision is your spirituality. That's ultimately the experience. So you know now you've gained the understanding. I am, I feel, I think, I love, I've acted, I've grown, I've achieved, and I've evolved. I've gained that understanding to be able to dream the dreams what I want to empower myself. I've looked at the life, the death, the relationships, the people, the aspects, my family, my money, my work life, my romance, my health. So you've had to merge those things. You've had to trust in your psychic knowledge. You had to look at the vision. You had to see that. That was your intuitions within inside of you. You use that. And that resulted from the things that you felt from your past and the indications about the situations that's going to come forward for your transformation. Because you had to look at the sympatheticness of yourself, the mystical parts of your stories, using your intuition and escaping certain things and the unrealistic parts. You looked at the passive things, and that was endings and old enclosures, and that was looking at your spirituality. You had to get into solitude because karma was having to take place. So in order for those things to happen, karma had to take place because you was learning the things, and it's things that have been hidden. You had to find that because you knew it was inside of you, because you're genius. And that's to the experiment with your spirituality, your understanding, to be able to discover the knowledge of the things that you know, and that's resulting from the eccentricity of your true divine self, because you just connected. You got understanding to overstand certain things. You were sociable. You was inevitable. So you created. You was intelligent. You was eccentric. Your certain people could have been flighty and detached towards you. And that was a role in their self, because that was they was playing with groups, that was friends, it could have been family, it could have been a relationship. You looked at the social awarenesses of these people. You looked at the human and humanitarianism, how they acted, how they spoke, even the way how they was on computer, on social media, the technology. You could have seen certain things, their hopes, their wishes, your hopes and your wishes for the future. You had to look at those things and transform, because you had a different vision and your intuition was active and open. So you had to identify the things, the people, places and situations that make you act and react the way how you acted and reacted within yourself. You knew that. You had that understanding to understand these things, because you was working and identifying and looking at certain things to be able to evolve for your freedom, for your progress. You had your awakening, and that was those sudden changes that had to take place, and you had to cherish the certain things within yourself. And you looked at the stuff and you enjoyed, and they looked at the things what they was enjoying, because they was moving with Venus, and you loved. You had your own love, your own beauty. They was looking at the things now and looking at the love and the joy and the beauty what they was having within their self, and they was rolling over their self through money. And they was looking for money in that relationships and marriages and contracts. So they could be looking at the marriage and the relationship and contracts now, because they're coming with charm and art and beauty. They see that you're full of charm and art and beauty, and they are way and the way to the love, to the joy, because they're looking at, and that's resulting from the eccentricity of, and the results from indication about your visions and the intuitions and the transformations that you had to take place with inside of your life. And that's immediately. So these things are happening immediately. So people are cherishing you. They want to cherish you immediately. You're cherishing these things immediately. And it's the way that you project yourself. And it's the way that these people project themselves towards you. And you do it on your own. Because you know, you looked for your new beginnings. You identify the opportunities. Because you have that self-assurance. And you looked at the new beginnings and the body of the first impressions that these people put towards you, or that you're putting out towards other people. These people could have been like connected from the first impression that they had towards you. They looked and knew it was a spiritual experience, and it was genuine, and it was a genius experiment within in you, because they want to be able to cherish this now because of the nurturing. They see that you was nurturing. They see that the illusions that was put into place, they're identifying their habits and the instincts and your emotions. They could be looking at those things now. You could be a feminine energy. You could be feeling this now. They could be looking at their home life and the roots and the stability and the family and the care. And that's the basic core of foundations, because they're looking at the comfort, and they're determined. You could be determined and being to discover the things that you need to be able to discover, because they're looking at the reactions of the things and the feelings that was caused by the way they acted and reacted towards you. And now you have to get that self-confidence to be able to create yourself and cherish the things that you're loving and doing, and enjoy the things by taking a chance on yourself, because you have to gain that strength and that stability, because that was in Leo. You had to find yourself, and you looked at the virtues and the various things, and you had to be brave. You had to protect your heart, yourself. You had to have that courage. You had to see of controlling your thoughts and your feelings. You seen your stubbornness. You had to sit back and relax. You seen the people who could have been being vain. They was trying to take over. They could have been doing these things because of romance and love. They could have been having love affairs and cheating and playing games, and while you was just being like in your childlike spirit, they could have been in their childlike spirit, creating games, messing about, and having faith. You had to have faith within yourself and not worry about the situation, because you had to look at your north node, because you knew you was going to the north. You ain't no dwarf. You weren't staying in the south to be dismantled, hurt and in pain. You had to continuously keep on moving forward, gaining the wisdom, gaining your knowledge, gaining that understanding to overstand. And now it was the time for you to move on, time for you to be able to do the things that you need to do, because the energy is to be able to meet the challenge of, so they now may be coming towards you, looking at the intuitions, the transformations. They may be wanting to be able to meet these challenges, because your desires regarding the things that they're feeling, you're feeling, they're feeling like a self and appearance in the beginnings. They're looking at this, their first impressions that they put out, even the attitudes that they had towards you. They're trying to gain this courage now and this compassion and the passion to be direct. And they're looking to be able to be, because they think that might have thought that you was naive, but they was being aggressive and egoistical. So now they're identifying themselves and got to look at the things that they was doing, because now they may be coming wanting to come for new beginnings, because they could be taking action or having conflict due to passion and stuff that they was doing in the relationships and the beauty of the things that they was doing, and identifying these things. So now balance needs to be taken and being restored, because that's now within Libra. So balance needs to be taking place, and it's got to do it with your partners and look at other people. So they've got to come now, gain this balance, gain this restoration. Please only take what resonates, leave the rest for the best. Now by the backside stress, so let's see what's in my bag. Stays out my bag is what's in Cole's bag. Stays out her bag is her bag. Her bag. There's wisdom and knowledge in this bag. It might align, it might not. It just might help, it might not. You take it all as it resonates. It might not be for you, it might be for your boo. If it's not for your boo, it could be for your brethren too. So let's see what we've got here. Karmic, so they're karmic situations. They're dealing with a karmic. They've got to get this karmic out the way. You could have seen them as a karmic. 3-3. No fear, be authentic. So no woman, no cry. You don't have no fear, you just be authentic. You are not prepared yet. Allow time and room. So you're not prepared yet. Allow time and room. They may not be prepared yet. Allow time and room, because you're not okay. They could be telling you, I'm not okay. When you have the light of the lights, darkness will have to flee from you. So you knew you have the light of the lights. Darkness, those karmic energies have got to flee from you, because to them, through the actions taken, was being driven to a path of destruction instead of your good godly spirit moving with the divine. Now they replaying and can't deal. They are drawn to you. Good energy, spirit, kind, loving, caring, compassionate heart. Your teachings. Now they want to show you good works. So they're coming to show you good works, both physically and trying spiritually, all at the same time to come. So that's why they look like the Grim Reaper, because they're trying, they're not fully done to match your frequency. Now they recognize your fundamental qualities that you possess and uphold, and now they've been looking at those severe karmic consequences from the past sinful actions taken towards or against you, now altering their perceptions of you, awakened, gaining enlightenment. So now they're gaining that enlightenment. You've awakened them. They're looking at their self-confidence to be able to create, to be able to come to you. They see that you was nurturing. They see that you was trying to be helping, and they're looking at the things that they're projecting towards their self now. They're looking at the spiritual aspect sides. They're looking at the genuine time to experiment with making the physical and the spiritual changes, and they're cherishing, because they see that they cherish you, they love you, they want to be able to evolve, they want to be able to grow, they see that the beauty in the creations, they see that you're pleasurable, and they see that you're not fearing and you're just authentic. They see that self individual within inside of you, that place where you're at, that peace, because you are that place of peace. I have a personal interest in you. I got my own wish fulfillment with you don't leave me. So they see you are that place of peace. They've got their own interest, that own fulfillment with you. They ain't gonna leave you. They said, don't leave. Don't leave me, girl. Because you got what they need. They say they just a friend. So they're saying, you got what I need. Don't say we're just a friend. They say we're just a friend. Just unlocking the codes for parts of the story. So now they're saying, don't leave. I'm just unlock the codes for parts of the story. I see these karmic energies and different elements, different codes. We all are part of the story. Through life experiences. You're not crazy. You just had a different experience from what you actually see or interpreted. So you looked at the visions, you seen the illusions, you had to transform, you had to change, you had to use your intuition. You seen the visions and you looked for the answers within inside of your visions because you found the profound insight. You identified, you are recognized, you knew that transformations was needed to take place because you had that strength and that stability. You seen the results from the early efforts from these people, what they put in, and it was time of peace and happiness. So you had to go for the time of peace and happiness because you seen the different elements, you seen those codes, you unlocked those keys, you identified, you recognized because you was that creation, because your ancestors said in sorrow, in their arts, they instructed you in love and forgiveness. They watched from above as blood was shed from the who claimed authority of the sacred name and image. Darkness, deceptive, claiming to act on behalf of heaven. The Most High sent no one. He didn't send them. So he sent you. He didn't send them. Those fake karmics. Greed is simply blinding. So he didn't send them karmics. They was greedy, so they got simply blinded. Just playing into the hands of darkness. World going mad. So they played into the hands of darkness. You looked at the different elements. You've seen the clothes. You've got that personal. Now they've got personal interest in you. Because they're going through them stuff because of the actions, what they taken. They can see that you're connected. And they know now, no matter what's happened, to me on my journey, I was just divinely supported through it all. You knew that the ancestors cut you through that. They knew, so don't feel guilty. Because they have a life. They know that you've got that life. That what they got denied. And Evan is truly beautiful. So they're letting you know Evan is truly beautiful. Don't feel guilty. I'm still here backing you. I'm connecting you. I'm supporting you. Because you're that light. That speed and time. The all is mine to awaken up. So that light, speed and time, the all is mine to awaken up. Because you're the Most High. The creation was inside of you. You gained your balance. You gained your stability. You knew you had to have endings to be able to get that new explorations for that new personal fulfillment. You knew you had to go and gain that wisdom, that understanding. You had to take that action and have perseverance within inside of yourself to gain that success. You knew you had to gain that comfort and stability. You had to get uncomfortable to get comfortable and gain the wisdom and knowledge. You knew you had to have harmony within inside of yourself because you had to find a new path. So you had to harmonize yourself and work with other corporations to be able to identify and recognize. Yeah, you got uncomfortable to get comfortable because you knew you had to be right. You knew you was not getting in stress or conflict because you had that spiritual love for your mind and soul. You connected to your mind and soul. You had the spiritual love for yourself. You just thought, game over. Nope, I'm not doing this. You put your tongue 7 times on and twist it right back in your mouth and speak in love. You thought, let's be crazy. Let's use that mind, body and soul. I can only count on me, my mind and my soul. So you knew you gained your superpowers. You continuously kept on moving forward. Now they're looking at their mind, their soul. They're gaining their superpowers to be able to come towards you because they don't want you to say, no, I don't care if you don't like me, right? So they know they want to be able to come. You says, I don't care if you don't like me because you know you are. And they're saying, I'm insecure, I'm vulnerable. So now they're looking at you and saying, I'm insecure, I'm vulnerable, karma's took place. I can see you working and I was working with communities. I can see that you're a star seed and I'm vulnerable. I need to be able to come for you because I'm just trying to set my heart free. I need to be able to come and gain knowledge, gain wisdom, gain stability, gain more understanding to overstand with you, babes. You're the person that I need. So they're saying now they want to backtrack. You're the person I need. Now they want to backtrack. I thought, why am I chatting that? The Most High put open doors before me. Revelations 3:8. No one able to shut it. So now you knew the Most High God put doors before you. He opened other doors before you. No one can't shut that. They tried to. Crystals, sapphire stone, the wisdom, connection, creativity, and promote purity, and the depth of thought. Focus on calm the mind. So you're just focusing on calming the mind. No woman, no cry. You're set into your spiritual of your heart. You're looking at the potential parts through the growth. So you're getting connected. And you heard they spoke too loud. You felt the vibe. So you felt the vibe. You listened to your intuitions. You felt the vibe, the connections, what they was projecting out towards you. Service to others. I'm unstoppable. You're just working with the community, making positive changes, enabling certain people to identify and recognize certain things that they need to be able to change within their self. You just had to let go. You let go of certain people, places and things. You had to move with righteousness to be of your fulfillment, to enable people. You had to stand up for yourself, to know thyself. You gain the wisdom, you stance, you let go of certain things that wasn't able for you. Because my wall has many barriers, so you let them go, because you knew your wall had barriers, and they all back up, side up. So they're all up, they could have the barriers because their backs against the wall now, and they're holding on to. Now they be feeling like they in hell. So now they're feeling like they're in hell and saying, that's why no woman no cry.